Aerial reconnaissance operators from the Shadow unit of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, using a Shark reconnaissance drone, discovered a rare Russian Novichok 2 drone control complex in one of the occupied settlements and relayed the information to the artillery. The complex, which included 7 Granat-type reconnaissance drones and 2 control stations, valued at $70 million, was destroyed by an artillery strike. As a result of the strike, a portion of the complex's crew was eliminated, while the survivors attempted to flee and save themselves. The complex is used for reconnaissance, as well as for determining coordinates for various artillery installations and multiple launch rocket systems. The operational radius of the drones included in the complex ranges from 10 to 100 kilometers. The complex was first used in the territory of Ukraine in 2020 in the Donbas region.
The Russians are loading 6 cruise missiles onto Tu-95MS strategic bombers when striking Ukrainian territories, which indicates significant losses as a result of Ukraine's spider's web operation. Aviation expert Konstantin Krivolap said this in an interview with Espresso TV. Today, the Russians are already reaching the extreme limits of their capabilities. When we talk about strategic aviation planes, after the SBU's spider's web operation, their capabilities have significantly decreased. In previous attacks, the Russians only deployed 6 Tu-95MS planes, each carrying 6 cruise missiles. This indicates that they are overloading these planes in the hope that they will make it to the air bases. Now they need significantly more aircraft. They are now flying from Olenia to the Caspian Sea for launch points and then returning to the Olenia airbase. They are afraid to land at Engels now. They don't understand how many such great trucks there are across Russia. Also, the Russians are forced to hide their Tu-160 strategic bombers at the Anadyr airbase because there are no routes for trucks to that base, Krivolap explained. The expert also noted that the Russians continue their tactics of intimidating the population of Ukraine. Using 6 cruise missiles on the Tu-95MS is just insane loading for its wing. These planes are not even designed to launch 2 to 4 missiles, so 6 cruise missiles is very difficult. It's also worth noting that the Russians continue their old tactic of creating panic, so that the population of Ukraine never forgets to be afraid. Accordingly, there is a scattered number of UAVs and decoy targets, and on the other hand, there is a concentration of strikes on specific objects, he added. So Putin's army is in danger of losing its remaining bombers because overloading causes serious problems for aircrafts. Recall on June 1st, 2025, the Ukrainian Security Service conducted a major operation called Spider's Web, aimed at destroying Russian bomber aviation. It is known that 40 aircraft were damaged. According to the Security Service, the estimated value of Russia's strategic aviation affected by the special operations amounts to $7 billion. Ukrainian military expert Oleg Zdanov voiced important information about the results of Ukraine's work on the territory of the Russian Federation. 2 foreign companies are ready to transfer some of their flights from Moscow to St. Petersburg due to too frequent threats of drone attacks. By Friday evening, Moscow Mayor Sobyanin reported that 5 drones had been shot down during the day. This is the situation. You see, not all foreign companies have left the Russian Federation. Some continue to fly to this terrorist country. But the conditions that we have created for the operation of these airports are forcing foreign companies to leave Russian cities. As I understand it, soon it will be possible to get to Moscow only by horse, because there is less and less equipment left in the Russian Federation. The amount of its destruction at the front by our troops is simply off the charts. Tens of thousands have already been measured there. We will close the sky, as I understand it. Plus, there was a message that in mid-May, our ballistic missile passed successful tests. Range 300 kilometers, warhead 400 kilograms, the military expert informed. After this, Oleg Zdanov added, 300 kilometers is the starting range. I think in the future the range will be increased to 500 kilometers so that we can reach Moscow in one fell swoop. So soon, planes will stop flying to Moscow. Aeroflot will be grounded due to the lack of spare parts. Foreign companies will leave for other cities. So soon, Moscow will only be visited by Russian citizens by horse-drawn transport. Russia's civil aviation authority, Rosaviatsia, was often halting flights to ensure air safety. Recent weeks have seen both sides intensify their long-range strike operations, even as US-brokered peace talks continue in a bid to end Russia's 3-year invasion of its neighbor. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that his nation needs to urgently strengthen its air defense capabilities in response to Russia's intensifying missile and drone attacks on cities nationwide.